Welcome to another week of World of Mathematics. Pete, why don't you introduce the topic for this next week or so?
Yeah, thanks. I'm a little uncomfortable because, the title of this is Damned Lies and Statistics.
Wow, it's kind of harsh.
It is kind of harsh. And I've taught statistics for years and years and years, and I usually preface the course by telling my students, I kind of hate statistics. And I don't know, it's kind of true, and it's kind of not true. How do you feel about statistics, Neil?
I think my dislike for statistics is just based in the fact that every day I see them being used improperly, abused really, and that has impact in my life and in other lives around me. So I don't like statistics because of the way that they're used.
Yeah, it's frustrating. In fact, the quote that the title is from is a Mark Twain quote: "There are lies, damned lies, and statistics." Like if you want to get worse and worse and worse, you'll end up at statistics. So
That's right.
There's a lot to look forward here.
Yeah. Now you're excited, I'm sure. See?
Yeah, I was looking at a comic strip by Dilbert, which isn't probably around anymore, but this little guy, this little kind of nerdy guy with glasses says, reporters are faced with the daily choice of painstakingly researching stories or writing whatever people tell them. Both approaches pay the same. And in fact, anymore, I think that the first maybe pays more. So
this introduction, Pete, it sounds like numbers, let's call it statistics specifically, are bad. That we can't trust them, and therefore they are bad. Going back to our logic, we're making a logical premise here. Stats are not trustworthy, therefore they're bad. Is that true?
Yeah, well, it feels that way. And especially when there's an abuse that becomes personal, that invades your own life, and you're like, fine, I'm just going to wash my hands of statistics, throw them away, I can't trust anything. But I think that what we need to do here is we need to say, numbers aren't necessarily bad, but they are powerful. It's like fire or water. If you think about fire or water, there's life in the right ways, in the right degree, in the right form. Those things are amazing. They're progress, but they're power. And water and fire, of course, we've experienced this recently, in the wrong ways can be terribly, terribly destructive.
That's what really excites me about this module of the class. Much like in finances, we thought if we can learn how to handle these properly and understand them, then there's power in them. Similarly, in statistics. So my question is, how do we turn this potentially harmful tool into something that we can deal with responsibly? What are we going to do?
Yeah. Well, what I always tell my students is we need to learn to become number whisperers.
Oh, like the horse whisperer.
The horse whisperer. Do you remember that
I
old
remember
movie?
that. Like if you were the horse, you just whispered to the horse.
Just whispered
and you got
to
the horse to do anything.
Yeah. So as the story goes, this is Robert Redford, the horse whisperer. This is one of Scarlett Johansson's first films. She's 14 in it. And so there's this stallion with power. He's wild, and they think they can break the stallion, and the stallion is bigger.
It's too powerful.
Too strong. And
like statistics.
Yeah, it's too strong-willed. It's too much. And so trainer after trainer after trainer is bested by this stallion, and they hire this horse whisperer who speaks the language of the horse in some way. And I love this quote because the lady that owns the horse says to Robert Redford, she says, "I hear you help people with horse problems." To which he responds, the truth is, ma'am, I help horses with people problems.
Because he gets horses.
He
truly gets horses, so he can help them.
He speaks their language. Yeah, and I think that what we need to look at statistics as is that it's not the numbers' fault. Numbers don't lie, but people lie with numbers. Mm-hmm. And that's not what we want to do. Our goal should be to help the numbers with their people problems.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to be focusing for the next couple weeks on how do you understand statistics in a way that allows you to be a number whisperer.
Yes.
Just like the horse whisperer.
Yeah.
You are going to become a statistics whisperer.
The numbers are everywhere. right? And sometimes the one that speak truth, the numbers that speak truth are hiding. But our hope in this unit is to learn their language so that we can talk to them, that we can beckon them to come forth and to tell their story, to represent what is with accuracy.
So have fun. We've got a pile of teaching videos below to go through for the next week or so, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.